What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to 628 Productions. My name is Tim, bringing you everything Thunderbird related as usual. Got a good one for you here today. That's probably one of the most popular topics that Thunderbird owners post, ask, and want to know how to do, and that is finding some wheels that look good on these cars. And typically to do that, you got to run over to the Mustang crowd and pick up some nice Mustang wheels. So that's what I have done. As most of you know, those are Thunderbird bolt pattern 17x9 Cobra R's. They're very old, they're vintage. If the camera captured it, they're very pitted and stuff. They look good on camera, but they're really not that nice anymore. They've sat in the woods and so forth. So we went over to American Muscle and we picked up some lean Speed Stars 17x9 for the front. And then we got the big boys in the back here. Whoa, goodness. Did I just say 17x9? Let me, doot, doot. All right, these are 19x9 for the front and 19x10 for the rear. So I've never murdered a car out. I think that's the terminology, murdered it out, you know, when you go all black. That's what we're gonna do on this one. And while doing it, I figured it'd be a great time to show you all how I'm gonna hub swap this car. And the hub swap on the black car rear is gonna be different than how I did the hub swap on the white car. So have the ability, the platform to show you guys both ways. And we're gonna start that now. So I'm gonna get under the car, jack it up, and show you all what we got going. I thought it'd be funny for you guys to see this. So I've been buffing out this paint. And as I'm buffing it out, all this acorn stuff started just rolling out of the fender well, so I just left it. But of course, first thing we're gonna do is take the wheel off. But yeah, man, I've been buffing it out. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it so far. It's coming along. So let me get this off and then we'll jump into it. All right. Make sure this is right before I tell you the tools to use. Oh God. There we go. All right. So it looks like a T50. Little star bit, T50. Takes out the bottom pin. Set that out the way. And then this whole unit will rock up and you can take it off. And again, I know that's good on the, again, the 94 through 97. That should be true on the Cougars as well. I'm not really sure on the Mark 8s. I think, you know, they ran 93 to 98. I think they're all the same for that generation. I know the Thunderbirds and Cougars had a little bit of variance with the 89 through, what is it, 93, that have the different spindle and so forth. But T50 takes the pin out, that gets your caliber out of the way, and then the actual bracket is held on with the 15 millimeters, if I recall. So let me zip them out. And here's a 15, let me just double check myself. Yep, 15. Take that out. Torque wrench here, I guess we'll use that. A little overkill, but we'll get it. And of course you just want to get this up out of the way, wherever it might be, so you're not hanging on the brake hose. There we go. And all of this stuff, of course, I did the, when I did the front suspension, it's all was lubed and tightened and so forth at that point, so it's all pretty good shape here. Coming out pretty easy. All right. Longest bolt ever. There we go. All right. That'll get you down to just beautiful. All right. All right. If you're at this point, just need to take this little plastic cap off. Usually a rubber mallet or a flathead screwdriver behind it. Pop it off. Sometimes you can take it off by hand. That one's not budging. Let me again just kind of get this out of the camera shot here. That'll be good. All right. Let me find something to bang that off with here. good to hit the fender after you just put fresh paint on it. Right? There you go. All right, hang on to the cap. At this point, got a hub nut. Run over to Advanced Auto Parts, get you the hub nut removal tool. And if you're like me, you'll run it once and you'll forget to take it back, so you own it for life. Now this kit, they have one of them that fits in here. Nope. 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 So that means I gotta go back on my shapes here. 36 is too big, 34 is too small. Well, that's exciting. I guess it's a 35 and that doesn't come in the kit. It's a little strange. I'm gonna use the 36 and I'm gonna use my impact to zip that off. You replace this nut anyhow with a new one, so I don't imagine taking it off is too big. Might want to get the right one to put it back on. And again, it might be a me issue more so than, let's see here. All right, once you do that, folks, this hub is ready to come off. That's all there is to it. That's it, it's out. Good. And you know, that gets you down to the spindle. All right, so it's good, right? And wear gloves. No big deal, right? So now I can pick you guys up. Show you what we're gonna do here. All right, that's that. Now, I went on Amazon, eBay. Sweating already, man, dying. I'm cheap, guys. Let me just be honest. Anything I do here, I'm trying to be budget friendly because if you guys remember, I paid minimal money for this car. So putting a ton of money into it, it's not really my dream, my goal, but I do want it to look good. So, I believe, get everything unboxed here. It's gonna fight me. These are hubs off of Amazon. Any 99 to 04 Mustang SN95 hub is what you're looking for. I shop price. Let me get it unwrapped, I'll give you the part number. But again, I think it was like two hubs for 40 bucks or somewhere in that range. Not extremely expensive, right? There it is. And there is a part number, if that matters to any of you. I don't think it does, but again, 99 to 04 Mustang, by the hub. On the front, that gets you the bolt pattern. That's it. You bolt that on, you buy a set of 94 to 04 SN95 front rotors, and you know you get the good ones that say made in China. Once again, bought a set, very inexpensive. Keep in mind, these are directional. R is always your passenger side for right, driver's side is left. But yeah, that is all there is to hub swapping the front. So I'm gonna show y'all that now. Pretty straightforward. I think the camera will stay. It just slides right up on there. And whoa, gonna lose you for a second. If you're worried about ABS, your ABS sensor, all of that is right there, it turns freely. In my understanding, if you're just hub swapping the front, this is good on any 89 through 97 Thunderbird or Cougar. And again, it should be the same for the Mark VIII, which again, their outfit was 93 to 98. And then again, just zip it on there, follow the torque sequence,
I'll grab those for you here and put them on the screen. But hey, I'm just gonna bang that back down with the impact. Let me just use my torque wrench for a minute. I like to always get stuff started before I just start hammering on it. There you go. Put the bracket on. Bracket will fit perfectly. Pads will fit perfectly. Everything will fit. Wait for it. Perfectly. Now, again, if you're on a budget, the Mustang threads are a different pitch than the Thunderbird as well. And I will verify that for you now, because I bought, once again, Amazon lug nuts, very inexpensive. Look, I mean, they package them well. They all popped out. It's good stuff, right? Quality from China. Mustang, that's beautiful. Thunderbird, yeah, it's different. It doesn't do the same. It's wood one. All right, so if you're doing the fronts, SN95 hub, SN95 rotor, everything else will bolt on. That's good for 89 through 97 Thunderbird Cougar. Mark 8 again, you all are 93 to 98. And yeah, that's all there really is to it. Then you put the wheel on. Fronts are simple. Now, you're probably saying, I've heard I gotta switch out the spindle. You only switch out the spindle if you're gonna upgrade your brake calipers, okay? And that's for the 89-93 guys. If you're an earlier model, you gotta switch out the spindle so that you can run dual piston Mustang PBR calipers like I have over on the white car. So if that's your goal, you're gonna have to switch out the spindle for the different brakes. If you simply just want to switch out wheels, what I've done here will work on any year, is my understanding, okay? So I'm gonna work on getting this all bolted together, pick you all up once I'm getting the wheel on, okay? I'm gonna find out the spec on tightening this nut. When I come back, I'll tell you all that, so everybody has the appropriate spec torques, and then we'll put this together, so. All right, over here at the manual, just wanted to show you all in the book, it says tighten the front to 225 to 254 foot-pounds, or 305 to 345 Newton meters. That's what this stands for. There's the front, what we just did, so. It's right from the book, right? All right. Onto the rears. On the rear, there's a couple ways you can do this. This is how I'm gonna do the black car, and then I will talk about how I did the white bird, but it's a little different on this one. I've decided to use one of these tools where you can re-drill the hubs to the bolt pattern you want. So I found a company. They are called Hell's Gate Hot Rods. And they give you a whole kit and instructions. And basically this is a jig that would allow you to go from 4 1/4, which is Thunderbird, to 4 1/2 or 4.75. So my understanding of how this works, and I will do this. I'll just clean my mess so I can get down to your level here. Oh, there we go. Getting old is fun, fellas. So they supply a drill bit, goes in here, It makes your pilots, again, one side will say 4.75, this one's 4.5, so we'll do the 4.5. And of course you want to use just the factory acorns, lock it in place, and then you'll drill, turn it, drill. Those are your pilot holes. Then they send you the bigger drill bit, bigger hole opening, boom, 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 all the way around, and you're done. Now, before I get you all started, I am going to take off the caliper, do the pads, the rotor. I again didn't get this side done when it was back at my home shop because it was kind of in the buried corner of the garage. So I'm gonna work on doing that, pick you all up once that's done. Just got all 5 drilled. Some lube rolling out there. All right, so that's good. Let me take my gloves off and talk to you all a little bit here, because that's about all it's gonna be, man. Once I drill them holes, you know, it's just move the studs over, or in my case, once my Mustang threaded studs come, you could reuse these. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want Thunderbird thread pitch and Mustang thread pitch and then have to keep up with different lug nuts, but whatever you want to do, right? But once you do that, then you move the studs and you're done. So again, the whole kit, paperwork, you know, there's the jig, you know the deal, right? $176.50. You give a look at the white car here. This one I did not drill. I pressed in the Mustang hub from an 0304 Cobra. They can press in. I did new bearings. If you do that, then you have to get a caliper bracket that moves the caliper out a little bit. I believe you can run, I'm trying to remember, I think this has the Cobra rotor as well, so it's a little bigger if memory serves me. But I don't know. I mean, this car has a little more power, you know, so I wanted a little better stopping. But for this and for the money involved, that jig is the way to go, fellas, in my opinion. Unless your bearings and everything are completely shot, that's a great way to go about it. I mean, 20 minutes and you know, we're done. So I'm not gonna go too deep into this. I think that gives you guys a good understanding of what to do here with the hub swap. Front parts, real easy. I will post all of that stuff here at the end clips, so you guys will have part numbers, understanding how to do it. Again, those are the 05 to like, what is it, 11? I don't know my Mustang genres or classes too well, but you know, those look great on there. They're 19 by 9, 19 by
10 and a half, I think is the rear, or 10, something of that nature. I can't ever keep up, but the only thing I have found, and at least it's true over here, is that the e-brake cable on the Super Coupes, sometimes you gotta zip tie it out of the way or it'll hit the inner barrel of the wheel, but I'll have to report back on that, let you all know. But it's getting late here at the garage. Once again, I appreciate you guys. I hope this content was valuable. I hope it helps you. Hope that resolves some of the questions. I know that this usually comes up at least once or twice a week, month, year, whatever it might be, depending on the platform, forums, Facebook, you know, all those different groups as to how to do this. So I thought it would be valuable. I got a smoking deal on some wheels, and here we are. So once again, like, leave a comment. Comments are awesome. Leave me a comment. I'll repair it back to you, or subscribe if you haven't already. And that wraps another one up. Thank you. Have a good night.